The idea was we were talking about it, Linda Henderson and myself were talking about the idea, and I said, I wish I could erase this racism.
I have a dream.
I got a dream.
One day.
We gonna work it out.
One day.
We gonna work it out.
One day.
So the idea came about when Mr. Hunley, our building principal, approached me about some issues that we're having between some kids. It was more like a racial tension type thing, and he said we need to address it right away. And we set up an assembly, we put it together. I spoke to the students about my family and how my grandfather came to this country at 11 years old as an orphan and loved this country for helping him so much that he joined the military, became a sergeant, fought in World War II, and served this country for the rest of his life as a civil servant. And so my idea was to bring this eracism idea to the students and say, how can my grandfather come to this country who he loves so much and died for this country and now have still tension between the students? We turned the assembly into curriculum for classroom discussions, and we also brought along situations where students, it was kind of like current events where students were able to discuss the issues that are happening in the NBA, for instance, with the owner of the Clippers, and how those tensions created issue. So we brought those to the students and allowed them to look at that and focus on that in the classroom. It grew to the point where we made t-shirts for every adult in the staff, including the kitchen staff, janitorial. Every adult in the building who believed in eracism wore the t-shirt for the students to see. And it grew from there because I've gone to several conferences and spoken wearing the t-shirt, and so now it's in 4 different schools in Los Angeles. I presented at UC Santa Barbara at another training. 45 other schools are looking at this. The great thing is it started here in Forest Grove. We did 2 lunchtime presentations, and we built 6-foot erasers for the students who believed in coming to school without having to be talked about or put down because of the color of their skin. And those who believed came up and signed the eraser. There's actually 2 here at Neil Armstrong because we didn't have enough room on one eraser. The idea came from just some brainstorming put together, and it's growing, and it's growing fast, and we love that.
I got a dream.
One day.
We gonna work it out.
One day.